So today, 13th of June 2020, we shall be reciting from Canto 3, Chapter 5, Text 45. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtake. तान्वेहि असाद्भृतिभिर् असैभिर्ये पराहृन्तार्न मनसा परेश अथो न पश्यन्नित्युर्गायनून् एते पदन्यासविलासलक्ष्या. Tan, the lotus feet of the Lord, why? Certainly, He for asat, materialistic, vritti by those who are influenced by external energy, akshivihi by the senses, those prahrita missing at distance, antaha manasaha of the internal mind, paresha, O supreme, atho therefore na never pashyati can see urugaya, O great, nunam but those who they your padanyasa activity, vilasa transcendental enjoyment, lakshayaha those who sees. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O great Supreme Lord, offensive person whose internal vision has been too affected by external materialistic activities, cannot see your lotus feet, but they are seen by your pure devotees. Those one and only aim is to transcendentally enjoy your activity. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshmrtamenam Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishnava Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Supadantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Shadavadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vidatam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Pridhan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapti Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Varshavanushude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vangsha Kalpataru Veshya Kripa Sindhu Vayevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Tanvehi asadbridivir akshairvirye parahrintarnatar manasa paresha athuna pashyantya urugaya nunam ete padanyasa vilasa lakshaya. So, demigods are addressing to Lord Sri Krishna, and their prayers are continued, which is being heard by Vidura through the mouth of Maitreya Muni. O great Supreme Lord. Now, qualifying here, one is supreme, one is great. Two adjectives. And he's saying the offensive person, offensive means those who do not recognize him as one, or those who enjoys his property without thanking him in due regard. They are offensive. Offensive person whose internal vision has been too affected by external materialistic activities. We are in this Durga, in a Durga, being controlled by Durga. The action is your Maya. And then those who are completely captivated, they cannot see what? Your lotus feet. Let us say, if somebody binds her eyes, you bind your eyes with the black cloth, you will be not able to see anything. You can simply imagine, but you cannot see. Similarly, the materialistic person, they have been blindfolded by the agency of Maya because they are offensive, because they have been affected. Just stay. Oh, 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. My battery has gone down. Oh, okay. So, they cannot see the lotus feet of the Lord. But those lotus feet are seen by the pure devotees. It is visible to them. Naham prakasa sarvasaha moha maya samavritaha mudhoyam na vijanati mam eva e param abhyayam. Lord has already declared. The statement here confirming the Lord's statement. Very, very difficult. Maya aparta jnana. The first thing Maya does is steal or cover the intelligence, the jnana, by which one can understand. Further, whose one and only aim is to transcendently enjoy your activities. Now, why they can see the lotus feet of the Lord? Because they really want to enjoy the activities of the Lord. And Lord activities are unlimited and always full of enjoyment. Eternal. His leelas are going on from time immemorial. And everybody enjoys it. And so do the devotees. So Devdas are saying they can. As I was saying, they are experienced, they are self-realized, and they have heard, and they have seen Krishna. Demigod has seen Krishna. In the morning, Kirtana Valli was asking me that if they are worshipping Vishnu, so are they all devotees? Well, definitely not. Akama sarva kamo va. So many people can worship Vishnu for the different purpose. Longevity of life, or the power, or the fame, or whatever it is. So, not necessarily that every Vishnu Bhakta become a pure devotee. No, there are Sakamis are also there. They would enjoy the propensity of the body, mind, or intellectual, or this material universe. As last time Prabhupada, you heard Prabhupada saying that so many people of Dwarika, they wanted to go back home, but they say, okay, let us go through the Swargaloka also, let us see what is happening over there. So they desire. They just want to visit. You see? Many times we also visit some places. Just like that. So, all the worshipper of Vishnu, though they are very fortunate one, but everybody becomes a pure devotee, the chances are less. Now how? Vishnu also is in material form. To maintain this creation, maintenance and annihilation, this Vishnu also come in a material form. You see, when you see the Virat Rupa of Krishna in the midst of Kurukshetra war, you must have seen there many, many things, right? But you must have not seen the Ganges, the Yamuna, Saraswati, You must have not seen their Himalaya. You must have seen their Mandrachal. You must have not seen Mandrachal. You must have known so many things you must have seen. The cows and the dogs and the donkeys and reptiles and snakes and the birds. You must have not seen. So in Virat Rupa, what you have seen? Only the people. Only the people. But same Vishwarupa, when it was seen by Mother Yasoda, she could see the universes in it. And in the universes, all the inhabitants, with their position, with all maybe the hills and mountains and the trees and the plains, everything they could see. You see? Now, this means that the Virat Rupa is material form, and all those who is versus material form, they will get their material desire fulfilled. Therefore, it says, specifically, worshipping of Vishnu is very great thing. But better than that, worship Krishna. Sometimes content Krishna, right? But then, that's what it qualifies. He is the supreme. He is the cause of all those Vishnu that people are worshipping. Or these demigods they are able to see. Every demigod is not able to see Krishna. We have heard in 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Even the Mahavishnu wanted to see Krishna, so he stole the son of Brahmana. Difficult to understand, right? But that is the fact. So, only the pure devotees can see the lotus feet of the Lord so that they can enjoy the transcendental activities of Krishna. So let us see, we go through the purport of Srila Prabhupada. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 18.61, Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam hirdadeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yandrarudhani mayaya. Lord Krishna said, I am situated in everyone's heart. O Arjuna, and he is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated on a machine made of the material energy. They say, Paramatma Hridayesu Vilokayanti. But if I ask you a question, have you ever seen the super soul? Every one of you will say no. And I will say you are seeing it every day. The sky up in the horizon is a representation of Paramatma. You must have forgotten. It is Paramatma. We could see, we can understand. So, the Lord is situated in everyone's heart. It is natural that one should be able to see the Word at least within himself. We can see Lord within and we can see Lord without. Aham Vaishwanara Bhuta. The digestive fire within our stomach is Krishna. So we can feel Krishna. We can understand Krishna. If somehow or other I can't digest my food, it means Krishna is annoyed with me. Or different kind of thing. Rashomapis Gonteya, Pravasmi Sasureyo, Pranava Savavedesu, Ham Nirshu. Forgetting one last word. So, we can see Krishna in and out. So, Prabhupada is saying, at least within himself, one should be able to see. Sometimes very, very difficult. Nobody has seen coronavirus. None. But everybody accepts that there's a coronavirus. But the same thing will not say our Atma and Paramatma. Will not say. Who has seen? Who knows? What is the proof? Things like that. So materially we can say, yes, there is. But spiritually, Atma and Paramatma within the heart, we said, no, 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 no. So Prabhupada says, but that is not possible for those whose internal vision has been covered by external activities. And these activities again are Kama, Krodha, Moha, Mada, Masarya, Mana. So these are the activities are very, very precious for us. Very, very precious for us. We want to preserve them. We want to nurture them. We want to feed them with our false ego. Our false ego drowns us. And the false ego of the Lord has made this Mahatattva, Pradhan, Prakriti, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, Adi Atmik. Lord has made these senses, sense objects, working senses, knowledge acquiring senses, sense objects, or this Chiti Jala Gagana Pavaka Samira, Panchamahabhuta, Prana, mind and his ego. He has done everything from his false ego. Now, if his false ego is so beautiful, what could be his personal ego? So, what we have to do? We have to merge our false ego with the false ego of Krishna, and then we become Krishnaized. Prabhupada says, the pure soul, which is symptomized by consciousness, can be easily perceived even by a common man, because consciousness is spread all over the body. We are conscious, means we have the soul within, accompanied by Paramatma. Very simple to understand, and it should be accepted as it is. The yoga system, as recommended in Bhagavad Gita, many yogas, yoga, karma yoga, dhyana yoga, so many yogas are there, Hatha yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Raja yoga, so many yogas are there. And they all meant to realize the self. Is to concentrate the mental activities internally and to see the lotus feet of the Lord within oneself. Not only if you want to see the Lord with the feet, believe me or not, He comes along with His feet in His full form. Don't think that, okay, I only keep the feet within my heart. I don't care for Krishna because, if He's here, then I have to feed Him. But if only feet are there, so nothing, just massage sometime, touch my head and that's it. But believe me, Krishna comes with His full-fledged form. Okay? Prabhupada said, but there are many so-called yogis who have no concern with the Lord, but are only concerned with the consciousness. Like Ashtanga yoga and Hatha yoga, up to some extent only the bodily platform. But then yes, Jnana yoga, Raj yoga on the intellectual platform. But every one of them may not realize. They simply think the consciousness. And the consciousness, if we remove our consciousness from these bad influences, then we become pure. Well, actually consciousness is very pure. It's only our desire, our lust, our greed makes it very, very dirty. Prabhupada says, which they accept as the final realization. Such realization of consciousness is taught by Bhagavad Gita within only a few minutes. Simple few minutes. Whereas how? What is the consciousness? Pitahamasya jagata bhoktaram yagna tapsam tesham satatyuktanam, or many slokas, manmana bhava, patram pushpam, so many. Abhyasena tu kaunteya Vairagya grihati. That Vairagya. So many things within a short period of time. This Vairagya, the episode comes in Bhagavatam. There's one falcon bird. He dipped in the ocean, picked a fish in his legs, claws, and was flying up in the sky to go to the nest. But as soon as the seagull, they saw the falcon, they started chasing him because there's a way to dive, we can snatch from him and enjoy. So this falcon started diving here and there, but instead of one, there many has started following him. So best thing what he did, he dropped that fish. And then what you could see, that all these pelicans and the seagulls and everything, they were running off that the fish which was dropping down. So sometime the Vairagya can save your life. Yes. Vairagya can save one's life. Prabhupada says, whereas the so-called yogis take continuous years to realize it because of their offenses at the lotus feet of the Lord. They go for tapasya, ashta siddhi, manima, mahima, lahima, prapti, isita, basita, kamya, so many things they spend many, many years. And in the end what they get? Only within the material world, not beyond. What a waste of time. Prabhupada says, the greatest offense is to deny the existence of God. I was saying early in my class. The greatest offense is to deny the existence of God as separate from the individual soul, or to accept the Lord and the individual soul as one and the same. You are God, I am God. The impersonalists misinterpret the theory of reflection, and thus they wrongly accept the individual consciousness as the supreme consciousness. They can understand that, yes, I am conscious because I have something, some spark in me. But they fail to realize that within that spark there is a companion, eternal companion as Paramatma. They can't understand. Very, very difficult to understand. Next paragraph, Prabhupada says, the theory of the reflection of the Supreme can be clearly understood without difficulty by any sincere common man. When there is a reflection of the sky on the water, both the sky and the star are seen within the water. But it is understood that the sky and the stars are not to be accepted on the same level. Altogether different. The stars are part of the sky, and therefore they cannot be equal to the whole. The sky is the whole, and the stars are the part. They cannot be one and the same. Transcendentalists who do not accept the supreme consciousness as separate from the individual consciousness are as offensive as the materialists who deny even the existence of God. Not recognize or saying there is no God is an offense. And then what happens? There is a karambandhana. Then they do karma. They create their destiny. They get the next body. They repeat the same. And it go on. And for immemorial time. And they come in the category of Nitya Baddha. But we are not in the Nitya Baddha category. Definitely not. Why? Otherwise we would have not got the Srimad Bhagavatam. Aneka janma samsiddhim Srimad Bhagavatam lavet. So many siddhis, so many punya karmas, so many ajnana sukritis has made all of us to read and understand Srimad Bhagavatam. We are touching a part of Krishna. The Bhagavatam is not separate from Krishna. You can say the body of Krishna. So every word that we speak we are touching the body of Krishna with the help of our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, with the blessings of our gurus who are working tirelessly in any condition of life, keep preaching, propagating the holy name of the Lord. So, fortunate we are. Furthermore, Prabhupada says, such offenders cannot actually see the lotus feet of the Lord within themselves, nor are they even able to see the devotees of the Lord. The devotees of the Lord are so kind that they roam to all places to enlighten people in God consciousness. In 11 years, 14 times, Srila Prabhupada has gone around the globe. You see? And what was his job? Preach Krishna consciousness. The offenders, however, lose the chance to receive the Lord's devotee, although the offenseless common man is at once influenced by the devotee's presence. In this connection, there is an interesting story of a hunter and Devrishi Narada. Very nice story. A hunter in the forest, although a great sinner, was not an intentional offender. He was once influenced by the presence of Narada, and he agreed to take the path of devotion, leaving aside his hearth and home. But the offenders, Nala Kubera and Manigriva, even though living among us the demigods, had to undergo the punishment of becoming the trees in their next lives. Although, by the grace of the devotees, they were later delivered by the Lord's. Now here, we are reminded by Srila Prabhupada that do anything in your life you want to do. Even if you want to do the pap karma, you will accept it. But never ever offend any Vaishnava directly, indirectly, even within the mind. Jagai Madai were the sinners. But they were elevated to the highest platform because they had never ever blasphemed any Vaishnava. So Prabhupada is clear-cut saying over here. Okay? So, make sure we learn from Bhagavatam. Offenders have to wait until they receive the mercy of the devotees, and then they can become eligible to see the lotus feet of the Lord within themselves. But due to their offenses and their extreme materialism, they cannot see even the devotees of the Lord. Now, who are the devotees of the Lord? Anybody who is chanting the holy name of the Lord, they are the devotees of the Lord. And who are others? They are part and parcel of the Lord. So, our job is to give them due respect. We are not saying when you see the dog, you bow down on the middle of the road. No, due respect. Even not hurting them is a due respect. Not chasing them out is a due respect. So this is required. Engaged in external activities, they kill the internal vision. The Lord's devotees, however, do not mind the offenses of the foolish in their many gross and subtle bodies endeavors. Though the devotees will never mind it, but we should never have this. If you have done once, we may do it again and yet again. So therefore, we have to control ourselves. We cannot control anybody, but we can control ourselves, our idea. In their many subtle endeavors, the Lord's devotees continue to bestow the blessings of the devotion upon all such offenders without hesitation. That is the nature of a devotee. Vaishnava jan ko tene kahiye, peer parai jane re. And what is peer parai? Everybody is suffering. Everybody is suffering. Etati atur chittanam matra sparshi chaya moho. Bhavasindu palvo drishto. Haricharya anuvarnanam. So with this, the conclusion of Translation purport of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 5, Text 45 by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.